Hey there, Craig Gobb coming at you. Did a little rearranging in the RV, getting prepared to go to Goth Egg. Yeah, thought I'd sit down, do a quick little daily video with everybody. So, I got quite a bit accomplished. As everybody knows, there was a big king-size bed in the front of this, and all the snakes were wrapped around my bed. Well, the bed is gone. I installed the captain's chairs back in the RV. It's got the driver's seat, passenger seat, and this captain's seat back in there. Mattress is gone. Bench is gone. So, yeah. I'd like to talk to everybody about a whole lot of things tonight. Well, Goth Egg Lee and me, today we finally got a lockdown of when I'm moving to Bakersfield, California. I'm going to be there on January 1st. We haven't discussed it or got it worked out. We have discussed it, but we haven't got it worked out whether or not we're just going to do a video when we get together or we're going to go live. But we haven't got that worked out, but we will have a video of our first meeting together. So, everybody, I want this to be the most perfect meeting ever, which means Goth Egg needs to get new outfits, and since she decided that she is going to break suit and she's going to do couples scenes with adult scenes with me on my channel, and it's Seamus Green on Pornhub. I am in the process of getting that changed over to Goth Egg Man. So look for me on Pornhub under Seamus Green, and I will be updating you and telling you when I get that changed to Goth Egg Man. Now, what's going to happen is I want everybody to contribute. We figured out that it is going to cost about $700 to get what she wants. So my GoFundMe, Craig Goth, Goth Egg Man on GoFundMe. I'll leave a link on this video, and everybody contribute to that. Alright, another thing I want to talk to you about tonight is what we're going to do with Danielle, the 69 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. Well, there are several different options, but one of the biggest options that I'm thinking of is it's not my typical cruiser. I mean, it does have that big block 472 in it, but that has a mild stock 160 horsepower out of that big block. I'm considering either putting a Texas Speed 427 in it, or taking that big block 472, boring it out, 30 over, build the bottom up, and put some aluminum heads on it. Either put aluminum heads or put a 3-angle grind on it to get some horsepower. Kill that cast iron intake, throw that thing away, and just put the biggest, nastiest cam I can get in there and see what kind of hump I can get. And well, that, like I said, that carburetor, that's got to go. My thoughts are fuel injection, a Holley EFI or a Frankenstein EFI put to that, and put a basic brain box in it, put a MSD 6AL in there, something, or even better, a Holley, and get that put in the front. Yeah, I'm looking for sponsors. Anybody wants to sponsor any parts or anything on that car, or any ideas? Yeah, and Precision Turbo, I'm putting this out to you. Daddy and Goth Egg, we want to turn this mild, big tank into a sleeper nasty mobile. because my thoughts are, once if I build that bottom end and rebuild that motor, throw some heads on there, either aluminum heads or rework those heads that are on there, and because those are pretty powerful heads that are on there. I'm not exactly sure. I don't quote me on them. At last check, I could have sworn they were a 202 double hump, but I don't know. Don't quote me. I don't want to hear it in the comments. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Correct me. Don't bash me. Just tell me what it is. Because if it's up to me, they're getting either Brodex heads or Elderbrock heads, aluminum heads, and we'll take 100 pounds off those big old boat anchors. But the thoughts are, we're going to squeeze some sort of turbo in there, and a standard time we're going to take and see if we can do what we can do and get a base time, quarter mile time, and see how close we can get to shaving 10 seconds off of it. Not building a 10-second car. I don't want a 10-second car. If Danielle gives me a first pass of 16 seconds, I want to build her into a 6-second car. If she does an 18-second, hey, more power to me. 8 seconds, no problem. I can do that with my eyes closed. Just simple. And LS6 twin turbos, boom, boom, out. Easy. A monkey could do that. So, yeah. All it takes is a little bit of money, or just build it out of a box. Just throw a Texas Speed 427 in there straight out of the crate, and you're done. And throw a precision, 88 millimeter turbo on with a Texas Speed 427. Hey, that is a killer combination. And either that or get Cletus McFarland Leroy package. Yeah, that I think it's either 16 or 20,000, whatever it is. It's worth the money. And if anybody wants to buy one for me, I'll put it in and show it to everybody and beat the brakes off that car, because I don't want a sleeper. I've had show cars in my past. That is not what that car is going to be for. That car is for me and Goth Egg to have fun with, to produce content with, to go cruising with, for her to express her art with. She could tag that car and do just, I want to do a wrap and her to do some of her amazing graphic art and wrap the car in that. Either that or just give her an airbrush and say, baby, Goth Egg. It's a canvas. I don't care. If you get it wrong, guess what? All we gotta do is buy some more base paint and spray it again. And who cares if you get it wrong? You get it wrong, you don't like it? Spray it again. Start over. It doesn't matter. You ain't gonna make me mad. You paint it 1,000 times until you're happy with it. I don't care. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters. Is that my Goth Egg Lee is a happy woman with me, and we make content and mountains of money. I'm not gonna lie. I am not. I lost my way. I lost my fortune. As you can see, I am not sitting in my big 2-story house back home. Yet no, do not have that Victorian manor anymore. Don't own it. Don't own 7 cars, hot rods anymore. I got one. I don't have my race cars. Don't have my 1,000+ breeder snakes and my 1,000 grow-ups and however many were in the hatchery, in the nursery. That's all gone. This is over. This is 2024 is Goth Eggman's Phoenix year. He is going to come back, and Goth Egg Lee is going to be the muse for that. And you watch. I'm going to let everybody see how much I love this woman, how much I'm going to dedicate my life to this woman. And do not forget my garden. Oh my God. Goth Eggman and Goth Egg Lee, stoners from way back. And you don't want to cross me, because I am bipolar and I have a borderline personality complex. Certified. Go check it out. It's documented. And went to therapy for over 5 years. And the best thing I ever did was stop taking the meds and learn to just go raw. Because I don't like Zombie Man. I like Goth Eggman. And he's just now been born. And once he gets to Goth Egg Lee and gets inspired, oh my. How people in my past remember how the money used to flow and how we used to have fun and party. Well, guess what? Georgia's gone. We replaced her with Goth Egg. She's even more like me. Yeah. The bull god has morphed into the Goth Egg Man. And he has his perfect muse, the absolute most beautiful woman in the world. And I'm going to dedicate my life to making her happy, making her rich, making her famous. I want the whole world to know her, to love her, to worship her. Goth Egg is the most intelligent, the most beautiful, and she loves me. My God, that woman loves me, and I love her more than you could ever imagine. And one of the big things that's a part of my life ever since I was a little child is my snakes. And I've got Goth Egg Lee to where she is understanding how the snakes, with my obsession with genetics, I have been obsessed with what I can do to make this and that and create my own morph and create my own animal. I've been doing it since I was a little kid. Alright, today we are going to focus on one of my favorite snakes here in my collection. This is the first ball python of this collection, and that is my stud daddy, pimp daddy, soulless, my soul sucker male, triple gene, codominant gene, produced in 2006 by Kevin over at Nerd. You got a granite, a hidden gene Morma, and a lesser put together, and you get a soul sucker. Now, I bred him into Cardi, my sulfur Mojave, part of my Bell project, because you mix this in with that and you get a 16 variable on your Pondit square. Yep. I put him in with my sulfur Mojave, got him that going that. We also put it in with, he's gravid with Lotto. Lotto is our Inchi lesser, and she is looking absolutely miserable. That girl is just bloated, just enormous. We'll get to her here in a day or so in focus. We've got some shorts of her, so check those out. But I've been trying to figure out what to do. I bought this fire spider het VPI. Then, I didn't want to work with spider gene, but this is an amazing animal. It doesn't have that much of a corkscrew. I mean, it's got an attitude, and it's all over the place, and just like, but it's not twisting and turning and twisting all over its back, and it's nothing bad. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put these together. I got a load of ball pythons, and I'm liking what I'm seeing out of that combination, and look at that, and you add the fire. I mean, they had just a standard spider into a soul sucker, and that was a pretty amazing animal. And her VPI has been proven. I mean, she's been proven to produce VPI, so that's a 100% hit on that. So, and then the fire just brings it out. I mean, fire inferno, blah blah blah, argue, debate. But this is some nice light colored animals, and I think this is going to be what's going to happen. I'm debating. I'm going to put them together for a week, maybe two, and at least until I get down to Goth Egg on January 1st. And I'm going to, well, if they lock, then I'm going to keep her for a breeding and see what comes out of that. And just to get the soul sucker gene, because I want the soul sucker gene to go in my collection. I'm not too keen on the spider, but I got on World of Ball Pythons and saw that. And then again, if you get the VPI to come out with that, and then I get a baby that's got the spider line going in with that, then we will take and go with these killer clowns that are coming up and raise those up together and put one of those babies to that, and that will be just spectacular breeding there. So this is just a thought. I checked her. I don't have an ultrasound right now, but I did palpate her, and I felt follicles. I mean, she felt like she's just all loaded up. So my thoughts are, I can either make, I'm not gonna lie, she'll go on Morph Market for $500. So I can either make $500 or I can get a clutch of eggs. And well, Goth Egg Man needs the money and needs the video content, and really wants Goth Egg Lee to be doing egg cutting videos with him. Any excuse to spend any amount of time with that woman and make that woman happy. And well, money, I'm gonna tell you the world a secret. I've been a very rich man before, and right now I've been a very poor man. And whoever said money doesn't buy you happiness, they've never had the money taken away from them. And you never realized exactly how happy you were with those problems, because you can get those problems paid for. Problems are only problems if they can disappear. They're not a real problem anymore. When you can't throw money at it and make it disappear. Because any of my family who knew me in the beginning of my life, I had this clinical depression. I'm out of it. I took a pathetic job, $14 an hour, working in a motel. And I'll be honest with you folks, I'm the worst employee ever. I don't care when I'm punching a clock and I'm selling my time. I have no creative. You know what I did when I was working there? I spent every moment of my time on the phone with Garth Egley. If they couldn't find me, I was on the phone with Garth Egley. I worked 10-hour shifts, and I swear to you, I promise you that 7 out of 10 of those hours were spent on the phone with Garth Egley. I took care of the pool. I did the very, very bare minimum. I just find that I don't make a good employee. I've been the boss my entire life. And I came out of this clinical depression, and my wife was leaving me, and my IRA was gone. My stock portfolios, since I spent 4 years in clinical depression, yeah, I spent it all. My 10-acre farm, where I grew all my gorgeous plants, gone. 22-year-old poly girlfriend, gone. Nice cars, I still got a nice cars. I can't do without a nice car. But I want it all back. And that is what I'm going to do with Garth Egley, because I don't want to make me money as badly as I want to make her money. But I want me making money as a side product, because if I work to make her happy and her money, and I'm making money to do that, and I get love and happiness and respect, because I tell you what, I was married for 30 years. It took her 3 years after that 30 years to leave, and that divorce is still going on. So technically I've been married for 33 years. Well, I got another 33 years in me. Guess what? I don't care if Garth Egley will be only my age when I'm 90 or 100 years old. Don't care. Love that woman. Worship that woman. The second I saw her, I instantly fell in love with her and was obsessed in finding her. And it took almost a year to find her and get her attention and get her to chat with me. Well, it didn't take a year to find her. It took a year to get her to be mine. I put in the time. I found ton after ton of fakes. Then I got to, I spent a ton of money on OnlyFans, and then one night, she just came to me and hit me up on Snapchat and noticed all the attention that I had to plug it in. I'm going dead, so you might have noticed it. And well, we're gonna go sideways because I'm gonna do this in one clip. I don't really want to edit it. I'm being lazy. I've worked all day. I am tired, and I want this video out. So enjoy that little blooper there. All right, but yeah, I want to dedicate my life to making her happy and making her rich. And if I make her rich, she'll make me rich, because she loves me and she shares with me. And I tell you what, time that I've been with her, the only money I ever took from her was the time that my phone was shut off, and it was like 5 days before my paycheck, and she was not going to be without me for 5 days. So she paid my phone bill one time in 1 year. That is all the money I've ever taken. So if anybody says I'm after her money, no, I'm after her. You don't understand. This woman is a treasure. She caught my heart, and oh my God, I stopped in my tracks and just, boom, my heart exploded, and I'm in complete love with Goth Egg Lee. So, alright, I've been babbling on. My phone went dead. I had a tragedy in that. You got to see that. Got to meet the snakes. Got to hear what's going on with Danielle. And I'm going to put this content out. And I'm going to hope, beyond hope, that, well, I get to spend a couple hours with Goth Egg Lee tonight. And everybody, December 27th, 8 p.m., our live stream, Goth Egg Lee, she will be on camera with me. We will split screen, and she will be in the live chat with me. We will not be together because I'm going to be there in Bakersfield on January 1st. That is the day that we have finalized my arrival. I will be arriving on New Year's Day, and I will start my New Year's off the right way in Goth Egg Lee's life. So, everybody, also, go to my GoFundMe. Craig Goth, Goth Egg Guardians, GoFundMe. Donate to Goth Egg Lee. She's looking for $700 to make this the most perfect meeting. You know how a queen and a princess is when she meets her Prince Charming, her man, because I've already asked her to marry her. She's accepted. That's my wife. Point blank. We just don't have the paperwork. But for all general purpose, that's my wife. And I will treat her as such, and I will love and worship her. And she will be with me my whole entire life because I will treat her so good, and she will not want to leave. I love that woman. So, everybody, enjoy this video. I'm going to hang out. I spent all day prepping to get ready to come to Goth Egg. I took the, everybody seen where I was in my bed, was up here in the front of the RV. I had a king size bed, and I had all these snakes wrapped around my bed. Well, I took the king size bed out. I took all the stuff that I had loaded up. All my grow equipment was back on the bed in the back of the RV. That's why I wasn't back there. I loaded all that into the Cadillac, including my big Vision 622 snake cage, reptile cage. All your reptile keepers know how big a 622 is. That's a 4 foot by 3 foot by 2 foot cage right there. So it's a pretty hefty sized cage. And I got that sitting on top of a Danielle, the 69 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. And that car is jam-packed full. I got that out. I redid my bed. I cleaned out. And oh my goodness. You spend years in an RV and you'll be surprised what's underneath the bed. I got that cleaned out. I got everything done. stuff from my ex-wife. I got it all out. It's nice and clean in here. I even burnt up the vacuum. Oh my goodness. I vacuumed so much that burnt the bearings out in my vacuum. So, gonna need a new one of them. But it's clean and it's ready to go. And it's into its next phase because I can now get the RV started. I can get to the driver's side, and starting in the next day or two, I'm gonna pick up a new battery for this, change the oil, change the antifreeze, get her prepped and ready for road, drain out the old gas, put some new gas in it, get this started up. We'll have a video of me getting this started up for the first time. And I think it's been 5 years that this thing has sat here. And if I remember right, the hydrostatic unit was going out, and I don't know. I'm gonna pressure test it, and if it'll make it, yeah, that's a high expensive unit right there. Yeah, don't know. It might stop. It might not. We'll find out. I'll know if it has brakes or not. So, everybody, like and subscribe my videos. Check me out on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and GoFundMe. There's going to be several GoFundMe campaigns started to make sure that everything goes smoothly. I'm going to do GoFundMe accounts to bring it up, and we're getting the Patreon account set up. And I'm going to get a medical grow, everything set up. Everybody, follow along with me. Like and subscribe my videos. I'm Goth Egg Man. This is Goth Egg Guardians. We are on the journey for Goth Egg Lee to bring her into my life. Have a good evening, everybody. I'll see you again.